Mallory got up to try and continue the fight, and Glam Glam, despite being hurt by that attack, just used the back of his hand just to push Mallory back down onto the ground next to the other very injured party members.
Which
Uh,
hurt more than all the arrows and all the swords.
I knew it would. I knew it would. Um, and after doing so, he continued taking the goods back from Digby, but instead of just taking the one statue piece and some of the other jewels and stuff that was taken from down, he didn't know what was and wasn't from down there. Just emptied the little satchel of goods onto his hand and put his hand back down and kind of did something. He put the it looked like he was putting it back down underneath and pushed. And as you guys, yeah, you picked yourselves up all injured and headed back down towards the bandit camp, and you could hear that big boulder being slid back into place over the top of the stairwell, and you camped down for the night where your ails were healed. I don't know what's happening tonight, but I'm sure it'll be
Getting dicey.
okay. Alrighty, ready. Let's get some sound happening.
Where is my donkey?
Just check your character sheet, Shannon.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Where is Padonka Donkey? Came with us, right?
Yeah, he's was basically just left down here with the camp, the bandit
Okay,
camp.
good thinking.
Yeah.
What is up? It's I don't know how good of a night's sleep did everyone get? I'm letting you still have the full rest, full shift rest, but how did everyone's sleep go? Let's start with Mallory.
Mallory, I think, would have had a bit of a fitful sleep. She's very introspective right now. Things did not go according to plan. They had that idol fully formed in their hand, and now it's gone. And not only that, they almost got killed. She almost got everyone killed by a monster. So
who's the real monster?
if anyone wakes up,
Mallory?
ow, ow. Oh my gosh. Mallory's just sitting in front of the fire, making sure that the fire's going, and then all of a sudden you see her like clutch at her chest, and she's like, what just happened? Oh.
A burn.
Yeah. What about Digby? How was his sleep?
Digby is a big sleeper. Okay, so I think he would have slept it right through twice, if possible. But he would have been like having bad dreams, that's for sure. He would have had some little puppy, because he is a dog. Would have had some little twitchy feet. A little bit of running in place, yeah, and like so a bit of that after, because he was quite badly wounded.
Yeah,
he was in a dying state, so he's yelping a little bit.
Wilgus
Woke up and have some eggs.
Okay, nice. So Digby, you've gotten up and you're sort of making some breakfast. Wilgus, how was Wilgus's sleep?
Wilgus slept like the night after playing a good D&D campaign. He can't sleep. He's just rolling the ideas around in his mind as to what went on, and so much so that he's sort of made a couple of notes, during the night, and maybe 5 a.m. he's like, "Yes, oh guys, I got it," but he restrains his vocal cords for a bit longer. Put some ink to a scrap of parchment that he finds, and he's pretty keen to share his plan to defeat this giant with his party.
Yeah, I like the idea that Wilgus found it really hard to get to sleep, and it wasn't until he could get it out on paper that he's super excited. He tucks it into his little Jim Jams, and is able to finally get to sleep now that he's got it out of his mind. He's got this idea, and that enabled him to sleep. Tomorrow's going to be a good day, Wilgus thinks, as he sort of pats that little parchment and goes to sleep. But yeah, so Digby's up. I assume, Mallory, you're already up when Digby gets up? You've been sort of sitting at the fire.
Yeah, she's been like, couldn't really get back to sleep, so she's just been prepping breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't
okay,
know.
cool.
Maybe trying to shoot any kind of wildlife that they might be able to eat later.
Feel free to give us a hunting and fishing roll.
Let's see. How are you feeling, Mallory? Were you up to hunting something? She was not. Oh wait, no, my bad. This is not D&D. Underneath is good.
Yeah.
My apologies.
that
She
is-
is. She's
that is
taking it
good.
out on the bunnies.
Let's have a quick look.
Maybe she shoots a duck.
Oh wow, okay. Getting really
Just a
dark with
little,
it.
a couple of grains of self-loathing in there, and she's shot a duck for breakfast.
So what did you roll there? An 8.
An 8,
So it's a
and I had to
success.
get under a 16.
Yeah, there is. Could you give me? I think it's a. Oh man, where is it? 103, 103.
What lives in the swamp?
Yeah. Let's have a
Gonna
quick look.
eat
Give
some
me
swamp
a
meat.
D6, please.
A wild Pizza Hut child, maybe?
Oh, no one should eat one of those. They're disgusting.
Okay,
Riddled with disease.
you've kind of been sitting out on the rocks, just sort of watching out into the marshlands, watching things sort of come and go, and you see like this antlered creature with just like moss and greenery draping from its antlers, and it looks like a pretty mangy looking deer, but you sight it up and take it out with ease. Yeah, it's
Great.
almost too easy of a target. the steer. But you get if you give me 2d8, that's your that's the amount of rations that you're able to take from it.
Yahoo! 2d8. And I've got 9.
And we're gonna halve
alright.
it, so we're gonna halve it and round down to 4, just because it's a
Okay.
bit a bit mangy. It's not. It looks like this deer maybe came out here to like die away from its family kind
Okay.
of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, there's basically 4 of us, so it'll just go straight into a breakfast pan.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, Dibby, you're up. You're helping with some eggs as well. Just helping out with that breakfast. Is there what's the tone over this campfire this morning?
Mallory is quite subdued, but she's not like taking it out on Digby or anything. She's just making sure that he's got enough breakfast. Says, Digby, look, I've got a nice chunk of meat here. Get your strength up. Here, this is for you.
Oh, you're on mute, Shannon.
No. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. Digby's very polite, but he's a little bit reserved, I think. He's internally he's thinking, oh, that went very badly last night. And he's thinking, oh, Mallory. And I think he just come out and said, Mallory, what? We had we had our goal and you rashly decided to cause a fight.
She's just shaking her head and she's like, I let you boys down. I'm so sorry. I let you down.
There's time to have a fight and time to have a peace. That's what they say, a piece of
Piece of
A
that
piece of peace.
damn giant.
not of that old bear that you just shot, but of neighborliness. Because that giant was being quite neighborly with me, and he was going to give me the piece of the thing is, I know it got tricky when the mercenaries showed up, but I think we were just going to take him off to tell him where the northwest tower was, and he was going to go on his retirement. I don't really
but
think he deserves to be killed.
you saw what he did to those people underneath the tower. Even if he
Yes.
only did it by blocking it off with a rock, he did that to them.
What? No, I don't think he did. He had no idea what was down there. In fact, I think that happened a long, long time ago. Look at the state of this tower. It's been gone for hundreds of years.
Wilgus, you're woken by Digby and Mallory. And I think instantly you're kind of like, the plan? He's been like super excited.
Oh, guys. I'm conscious again. Oh, shit. Guys, check this out. And he whips out his plan, which you can see in...
And if you bring up roll 20, you should be able to see a picture of the plan.
Yes, Wilgus's plan.
Has it come up for you guys?
On the map?
There should have been. I'll click the button again, but it should have made a little pop up in roll 20.
Are we on the same?
I'm not seeing it.
Oh,
I see
okay.
it.
Let's have a look.
Apologies.
No. Apologies. It should have just popped up. But let's.
If you go to journal, it should be the top in the journal. So
Journal.
Let's try it
there.
again. Let's try it again.
The plan. Here we go. The plan.
There you are. Great. Amazing.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The plan
Look at
is
this.
the plan is up.
Right, guys. So, and he's going to start like half sentence, like 8 or so times. There's just so much going on in his brain that he wants to sort of quickly get out. And he's going to use his skill, intuition, blah, 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 and burn 3 willpower points. Just for thematic reasons, that he's having like a few ideas all at once in his head, and he's struggling to describe them. So I'm going to ask the DM nothing, but he's just
You can ask me something at any point. You can ask me something and use those points. You don't have to throw them away.
Okay.
Please use it. Please use it.
Guys. So I think we've cracked it. It reminds me of my scholaring days with the old. And the other thing with the calculations, and I'll just show you. Okay, so this is what we do. Bring it in. Grub, come over here. Mallory, Digby, let's check this out. So
Not too close, Grub.
Grub gets very close.
right, here's the tower. First of all, what we do is we get the tools which the gums guy from the roof safely extracted from last time we were at the tower. We get those tools. And we start making noise with them. And we're going to use a very low-key approach to start with. Make some noise. And we're going to say, Giant, give us our shit. Dum, 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 dum. And we're going to do that for hours at a time at night time to stop him sleeping. And if he eventually gets sick of us and he gives us the statuette piece, well, great. Then we just leave. But if he doesn't, if he doesn't, during that noise making that we're doing, we're going to go up to the top of the tower and we're going to start using that pickaxe which we stole from the bandits to chip away at that surface floor, which you can see in Appendix A. Your handout is at the back. Just check that.
Oh, thank you.
And then, as we gradually weaken the top story, we're going to ascertain how much effort it put in to weaken that story. And then we're going to repeat it for the remaining stories, except the roof of the cave place where the giant's sleeping. We're just going to weaken that one. We're not going to take it all out. Then we're going to take 200 kilos of those stones we extracted.
I thought you were going to say high explosive.
Oh, that would be so good.
200 kilos of
rocks, which we extract from the floor. We're going to use the bandit tents covering to like wrap them up like a teardrop shape. We're going to have that on the roof. We're going to have a bit
How
of
are we going to get them
there.
up there?
Well, they're going to start there because they're part of the roof floor, right?
Okay.
Pay attention. Appendix B, Digby.
Sorry.
And then what we're going to do...
Well, that's this one, dear.
Yeah, that's right. And Mallory's onto it. Then we're going to take some of the branches from trees around this area. We're going to take them up to the second floor, put them on another exposed tent place. And with your lantern, Digby, we're going to set those alight, get it all ready. And then, I forgot the middle bit. But the end bit is when we're going to cut the rope, we're going to have those rocks hurtle down from that top story of the tower, break through the bottom story, land on the giant, and I calculated it's 29,000 joules of energy.
Ooh,
That's a lot of energy. Just put it in perspective.
Who's
A
joule?
single bow shot is only 36 joules. So 29,000 joules, that'll be right on his noggin. But if that doesn't work,
huh?
then Digby, you push the tent pile of those branches which we've lit with your torch onto him. So he's
From where?
burning.
Just push it.
What, where
second
will
story.
I be?
Appendix C. You're on the first floor or second floor if you're in America, waiting for those boulders to come.
Not the
through and
ground
take
floor,
him
but the
out.
floor
Not
just above him.
the floor, just above the ground floor.
Isn't
Mallory
that
is
where
gonna
the
have
rocks
your
will be
ready.
falling through in the first stage?
Correct, but not the entire floor. Appendix D.
I'll just be to the side of the falling
You
rock.
got
can-
it. You got it.
It took me a
Is
little
it-
bit
is it-
to decipher this image, but there's like a little half circle that's cut out of each floor. That's where the rocks are taken from
Yeah.
each floor. And so then you just drop it down that hole that you've made. So it's only the direct line from those holes that's in trouble of those rocks. Have I got that right?
I
got
see,
it.
I see. And this will go unnoticed by...
Well, the
Blame.
digging that's going to be covered by our noise making, right?
And what's
if
our
you give-
noise making? Just
Banging
clanging.
stuff. We
The same
think
sort
you
of
shit.
clang that
Give us
is
our
made by...
statue. We don't like you. We're making noise at night. That's
Okay,
it.
this is... I got you. I got it.
I put the raw version in the Discord if you wanted more.
Thank you.
Appendix F, by the way.
So let's go back to the first...
Well, no, I just want to make sure that I've got this as the DM for the future of this amazing plan.
Yeah.
You want to make so much noise so he can't sleep, right? He gets angry because he's not able to sleep.
Yeah.
What about when you're all asleep?
So the theory is we have a precedent of him sleeping well because the whole area of size he slept through it, right?
Yes, that was
We had to
my
wake him up.
question.
Yep.
If it relies on making annoying noise for a long period of time that makes him leave, this place is named after the annoying noise that's incredibly loud that was ceaseless
Correct.
and didn't make him leave.
That's
So I
the first
wonder if-
layer of deception.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we're just making noise.
So he's not going to leave though.
He's not going to leave. He's not going to
No,
give a
no.
shit.
Anyway,
Okay.
Yeah. So we do that to start with, to cover the noise of our digging, which is going to make
Right.
the same sort of noise.
Right.
So that's
right.
how we can spend a bunch of effort hollowing out like a little hole in the floor, maybe about this big, like maybe a meter square, in each story. And as we go down, we start at the top, get those boulders all tied up in the tent wrapping with some rope ready for that. And if you look on the diagram there in the Discord, there's a little bit more detail. Wilgus is at the top with his knife, so he's going to cut that, and that's going to drop 15 meters. And I did the calculations as well of how that all works in the top left there. So that bottom story, like the roof of where the giant's sleeping, that part of the floor is weakened but still intact. So if he looks up, he doesn't see anything different, right? But there'll be enough energy of those boulders zooming onto it that it'll break that last weakened bit of floor, and all of that rubble will land on him. And hopefully one shot kill him. But if it doesn't, then Digby pushes a whole bunch of branches and stuff, which is putting on a tent layer of cloth, throws his torch down, so now he's been bludgeoned and he's burning, and then Mallory can be like pew 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 with her bow through the new hole in the floor on the roof of that area.
Oh, and I see that there's a bird here with a bow and arrow.
That's exactly
they-
it. That's Mallory.
There's you, Mallory.
Yep,
And there's me with
Mallory.
my torch.
you got it. Did I mention the tunnel? Wilgus is like
Yeah.
um,
I was going to ask about that.
an
No,
idea
no.
a minute. We also have a tunnel, so we're going to
Yeah.
Yes,
tunnel from.
I was gonna ask, like, if we're doing all this pickaxing and why not just dig out from underneath and skip the giant?
Yeah, we want to dig a tunnel as well, and
As
we
well.
want to see if we can just run in and hit the boulder with the pickaxe and then just run away. Because
Okay.
if we've
Begs
got like
not.
enough precedence of him not caring about our noise tactics, then
Yeah.
we can do and sneak it. Because if we can crack that boulder, like if we do maybe 2 hits a night, eventually that will crack, right? And it can no longer block that entrance.
I see. Yeah.
I like that idea is my favorite one out of all of them so far. It's just
Wait.
the next 30 days. Just
No,
get
30
a couple.
years.
Just
This is a prison break. Like, you're
Wait.
away for life. And then
So what you're
decide-
saying?
And then our
Is-
grandchildren will carry on from us.
Yeah, I see. Meanwhile, the evil lord has taken over the world.
So what you're saying is we dig a tunnel, however long it takes, underneath the giant, into the area that he has put the statuette. We then walk up the stairs to the boulder and try to chip our way out.
The
No.
tunnel plan is just tunnel under. We get into the area underneath the giant. We take the
Yeah.
stuff we leave. He never even knows.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
So there's
that
a
would be
separate
good.
plan.
There's many plans wrapped
But
in an enigma of plan paradoxes.
but the third plan is just to run in once a night and hit the boulder twice, ting ting,
Before he
run
can
away
catch you. Yeah.
Yeah.
until the boulder turns to dust.
As long as it like cracks and then it's open enough that it can't block the tunnel.
Like split
the
up
next
the
time we
rock.
run in, we just run in and he can't stop us, right?
It's very
I mean, how
exciting.
could he stop you?
He can't.
I don't see how this could fail.
Yeah.
What was the first plan, Shannon?
The first plan on this picture.
Whatever the plan A was.
First
I was
plan is
getting
to-
I do like
kind
that
of
we've got-
Donkey Kong vibe off of the first plan.
I do like that we've got plans A through D at the moment. We've got a
Yeah.
little bit of everything. What's everyone's favourite so far?
We do have.
It's
the
hard to
tunnel?
say, really. Very hard to say what my favorite plan is. But, I mean, why wouldn't you just break the bottom floor so that the entire tower falls on him?
Or why not lob a bunch of oil and fire into the bottom? Set that sucker on on fire.
Yeah,
I love your
fine.
ideas. I'm so glad
It's
you guys
worked
slept
before.
as well as me.
I don't know. I don't know. I think, well, here's my problem with it, right? And I think what you just said, Mallory, was indicative of it. We've
sorry.
made a mistake of causing a fight with the giant, and now we're going ahead and saying that we'll light this sucker on fire. All right?
Yes.
That may be heaping insult
Cleansing
into
fire.
injury.
That fixes all our problems.
Yeah.
Cleansing fire. I like that.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, he was friendly to us, okay? And I think murdering him in his sleep, I mean, that's an option.
he's
I'm
friendly
not saying, I'm
anymore.
not poo-pooing this. However,
There's no bad ideas, right?
there's no bad ideas. There's plans A through D, not bad. Now, he was a nice giant, right? And he was giving us our stuff, and then we're leaving. We were rash and almost died from it, okay? But at heart, he is still a friendly giant. And I wonder, here's my plan. It's a slightly smaller one. Okay, we get a small tin, like a round tin, and we get some things. We get some flour, we get some eggs, we get some sugar, some milk. We stir them all up, and then we bake a cake. All right, a nice cake for him. And then we take it up to the giant, and we all together apologize to him and say, we're very sorry for our rash behavior last night. I wonder if you would ever forgive us and perhaps let us have our things back. What do you think? Instead of spending 30 years
Pickaxe.
digging a hole.
I guess the question is we're going kill the giant versus spare the giant. As much as let's not get into the individual plans.
Spear implies that we would be able to kill him. And I've just seen him throw someone 150 meters.
29,000 joules. Do you know that's
You're
the
right.
equivalent
You're right.
of a 1,000-kilo car going at 28 kilometers an hour? I mean, that's not a very good point of reference for us, but
What? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
So what we've got is
Elaborately,
Math.
kill the giant with elaborate plans.
massive, elaborate. We've got science on our side. We may not
Gravity.
have time in our lifetime to complete it ourselves, but it's got the science behind it.
I don't know if you've got the time to use the 2 pickaxe hits a night on the rock, but I think you'd have... It might take a few days, but you would definitely have time to do the other plan of collecting floors of the stuff. But it will take
What about digging
days.
a hole through to the basement?
It's solid rock. You're on solid rock on this place.
So
it's
it's
not
the
easy.
floor of the
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah.
So we can't. Yeah. Mm.
So
the
it's like...
fastest plan is definitely the cake.
Well, well...
If
The
it
fastest
works,
plan-
or
I
we'll
see.
be dead.
I don't know if a sorry cake will make up for us trying to kill him en masse.
I'll just let you guys know you would have time to do collect the rocks from each floor, create the dropping thing. It'll take a few days. It will take a few days and rolls to make sure that everything's going to plan. There's going to be a lot more work involved with that one. But I'm going to say it would be doable. The math's been done.
That's right.
How can I argue? How can I argue with maths I'm not going to check?
The numbers don't lie.
Just calling it out there as well. The other plan is that we go back and get allies. We've got lots of them who are honking for this statuette. We could pick one. We could bring them out here and we can then take on the giant. But
Yes.
this plan is achievable with just us here now.
What about when we do kill him with this 29,000 joules, megawatt, 1.21 gigawatts or whatever?
You got it.
Gigawatts.
We are left with a giant boulder. How are we going to get that out of the way?
That's okay. He's dead. We can safely use the pickaxe to crack that boulder.
Solid rock. What do you reckon? Or like, can we tell like if that's doable?
Again,
Certainly doable.
it's a matter of time.
But
Do you guys have time to collect and build this contraption and then break through the... Like, if you had infinite time in the world...
Do we? That's my question. What kind of
like-
time are we estimating?
I recall the GM said we could do 4 floors in a couple of days. Once the giant's dead, we can safely take to the floor where he's sleeping. That's only one more floor. That's like 6 hours.
The pile of rocks that falls on him might be heavy enough to crack through the floor anyway.
It might actually take him all the way to the basement. I'm sure the GM's doing the calculations on their jewels.
Yeah.
But yeah, like once
DM
we're ready to
doing
pull the
this.
trigger, I think we'll be good to go.
I think I just want to step in for one moment. It really comes down to, do you want to kill the giant or do you not want to kill the giant? That's what it's
right.
coming down to. Because I feel like if it's kill the giant, it's got to be a unanimous decision.
I see 2 for murder. Yeah,
Quite happy to kill the giant. Kill
Yes.
him.
noticed.
Dead. But quite happy to start with a cake because that would be very quick.
It would, wouldn't it?
But
some
Digby,
kind
you might be dead.
I'm just worried that you're going to.
I think we all have to
go up
apologise.
to his. I'm worried you're going to go up to his door, say hello, I bring cake, and then he's just going to go with his spear, and that's you done.
He had the opportunity to kill us last night, and instead he said, "You're too pathetic, trying to kill me," and he pushed you down. I saw that. I was dying, but he said, "Just lie down, you duck."
Some
And
And then
fates
he
are worse
walked
than
away.
death.
How about we leave the cake with a note, and then when he wakes up, he'll see it, and we can safely observe. And in the
Hold
note,
on.
we can
No, I
say,
think it
"Leave
really
the
has to be.
statuette, please, here."
I think if we are going to do it, it has to be heartfelt, and he has to understand. Like, we're all apologising. We'll all go up with the cake. We'll all say sorry, and we'll explain ourselves, and not treat him like a monster, and say we're very sorry. Could we please have our backpack? And we we've kicked our ball into your backyard. Can we please have it back?
Oh,
and
he
we're sorry.
tipped it out, and just picked the bits that he wanted out of it and left.
Yeah, well, he put the statuette down the hole, I'm pretty sure. So that's what we want. So
How about
shall we
two
try
phases?
that? Or if you don't want to, that's fine. We can go ahead with this. But I just want to put that forward, that if we do want to do the cake thing, it has to be full-on apology.
How about 2 phases to the cake?
Okay.
Put the first cake out, and we say,
Yeah.
if you're willing to accept an apology from us in person, put your thumbs up. And then we can approach and apologize. But if he just starts flipping the giant bird at us, he probably doesn't want to see us. And we can take that.
You know what? I'm not that scared of him just murdering us because he did have the chance to do it last night. Okay, so
Unfortunately, only 2 of us are immortal, so that's
Grub is
gonna
like
be a
flexing
problem.
hard. He's like,
yeah, Grub.
I gotta admit there was more pain involved than I thought. I should have wished for lack of pain, but I'll settle for immortality.
Yes, you two did survive. Unfortunately, Mallory and I are dead. We're not immortal like you.
That's right. So, what are we thinking?
Yeah, what are we
Do
thinking?
we still have any poison left over?
Oh,
No.
okay. We're not poisoning a cake, okay? That's the first thing he's going to suspect, all right? But that's why it has to be a real apology. It doesn't even matter if he eats the cake. It's just the gesture of friendship and saying sorry for treating you like a monster. But I'm not getting the feeling that you actually sorry, Mallory, that you picked a fight with a monster or treat him like a monster. I think we're back at stage 1, which is only murder.
If it looks like a monster and sounds like a monster, it kind of is a monster.
I do think, Mallory, that you are very aware that it could have killed you.
It could have killed. That's why I think Mallory right now is like very torn between we need to finish this guy off and oh my god, my last plan almost got us all deaded. And it's like, do we take she's like, do we take the peaceful route? But he's a monster and he's just gonna kill us. But we did violence last time. But he's so big he could just slap his hand down and kill us if we come in there trying to make peace. So
but he did see the
she's a
violence coming last time. And you might not see it dropping down 29,000 kilojoules from above.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're right. How about that as a halfway point?
Yeah.
We start with cake. If the cake fails, we'll kill him elaborately.
Yes, I could go with that. I mean, that's our only option. Like, we have to, if we can't get him back on our side, but it has to be sincere, you know? Like,
Right.
you know, I know we all have weaknesses. Sometimes I was lazy.
Oh, yes. Like you're not an early riser, Digby.
No, that's right. But, you know, we can overcome our weaknesses. Like, I remember Mallory used to be always reckless. But I've noticed that apparently you're not like that anymore. You overcame it and you got a new weakness where you seem to have been fighting monsters all the time. But so maybe you could overcome the next one. All you need to do is fight against it and then you re-roll, as they say, for a new one. So they aren't 100% of the time. These rules that we live under, they're not. It doesn't mean you have to do it. In fact, there's a clause where you re-roll for a new one.
They're more like guidelines.
Yeah.
yeah. Mallory's eye is twitching and she says, I have heard what you have said and I have taken it on board.
Okay, so that's good. So would we be able to apologize sincerely or should we just flag that? Because it's either 100% or no percent. Treat him like a neighbor or not.
I will try.
All right.
Yeah? Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's bake a cake.
I think Wilgus has got a little bit of confidence that his plan may still be needed as he
Yes.
as he puts that parchment away.
I mean, who's to say we don't need to do it after we've...
After we're friends with, that's true. I mean, this is just plan A.
You're right.
If it's if it's horrible, we've still got plan B, C, D, and E.
You're right. And subsection F means that if he goes
Fire.
to kill us, we run away in 3 directions, because then he'll only kill the mortals, right? And the rest of us will escape.
Although I imagine he'd just pick up 2 of us and throw us at the other running ones.
If we go in 3 different directions, though, that'll be a little bit difficult to throw. Right, let's get bacon. Don't worry about the calculations. I'll do those.
Right. The
Let's
Great
bake a
Swamp
cake.
Bake-Off begins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the apology gift? What are we trying to make?
Some kind of like we got rations and stuff like that. We must have some sort of things.
I
to
have
cook.
meat.
Meatloaf. We know he likes meat because
Does he?
all those bones in his lair.
Does he have bones?
He does.
He certainly does.
He's got bones and pelts and stuff that's kind of made, and branches that make up his bed.
I did investigate weaponizing those bones too, if you want me to talk about another plan I had.
Maybe later.
Oh, sure.
But that's good. I like a meatloaf. Just anything that we've got that we can make a little bit nicer than normal. And we'll put like a bow on it, maybe like a little candle on top. And something, and we'll write like sorry on it.
I do have a little bit of parchment left from a couple of plans that didn't work out. You can have that.
Well, thank you. I was thinking maybe some icing on the meatloaf, but maybe gravy icing. Great. Or just writing sorry in gravy. That would be good if we're going meat-based.
Mashed potato icing?
Yes, yes. Like a mashed potato. How about we make like a tower? How about we make it look like the new tower that he's going to go to in the northwest? It's a fantastic tower. We make some mashed potato giant women.
He called you out though on that, didn't he? Like, you said that, I'm only here alone and all that stuff, and he pretty much saw through that, I think. I'm not sure. Oh yes, like there was not just you there, right?
I like that Digby's plan is to be sincerely apologetic, but I'm still going to hold that onto that giant woman lie.
You never know. Like he's a salesman.
Might be some women over there.
Why not? He's more likely to meet women out there than in this shithole.
That is true. That is fair.
Right.
Get out of this basement. The orcs got out of their basement. Now it's time for him. Bigger things out there. Bigger women.
I like that. All right. My crafting skill isn't the greatest for building swamp cakes.
I was just looking through everyone's crafting as well.
But I can help out.
Wouldn't it be like maybe bushcraft or
to bake a meatloaf? I'm not sure is bushcraft,
isn't it? Like, have you made a damper?
Is it part of hunting and fishing?
Look, I can be persuaded with the right argument.
Fishing? Yeah.
Do giants even like cooked meat? Could we just like sculpt meat into an apologetic shape?
I don't think you're getting this giant guy, because look, he's wearing clothes and stuff. He's not just a giant like dog or something. Oh, wait, what am I saying?
Too soon.
Oh no, I'm a giant dog.
It's okay.
Internalized racism.
You're wolfkin.
Comparatively.
You're wolfkin. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Well, I would like raw meat, but I don't know. He's wearing like a whole bunch of nipple coverings.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What would we roll to make something nice anyway?
You guys tell me.
Hunting and fishing.
With the right
Are you good at that,
argument.
Mallory? I bet you are.
I'm sorry. What?
Are you good at hunting and fishing?
I'm reasonable. Yes. 16.
Yeah, I mean,
That's bloody good.
How's the meat
If I had to put a
supplies?
number on my skill, I would say it was about 16.
Right. How about this? I'm gonna use some sticks to make a little tower as
Okay.
like an apology model. And
Okay.
potentially reference for some calculations. Grub, would you mind fetching some sticks for me? We want maybe about this size, and we can build a tower together. How's that sound?
Okay. And he just runs off into the sort of trees to start picking up branches and twigs.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we all make something, our hardest, and we all take them up, holding them, and apologize.
Oh, okay. So according to our skills,
Yeah.
we bring him a gift.
I like it.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
pretty good.
this sounds pretty. Yeah, this sounds pretty good.
All right.
No poison.
No.
Promise?
What?
That's your skill.
I'm good at
I start
everything.
twitching again. Twitching. I will not poison the meat.
Okay. So,
Excellent.
Digby, what's your skill?
Bluffing.
So you bring him a
Give
rock.
him insincerity.
And bartering, yeah. Or I'm also good at healing, a spot hidden. But I could do
Maybe a
bushcraft.
contract.
It's an
Digby.
11.
Give him a contract in our adventure tourism future.
I could do a calligraphy or something like that.
Yeah.
That would say, "We're very sorry," like that's.
I like
You
it.
could make him an "I'm sorry" card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to roll for an I'm sorry card?
With your calligraphy.
Yeah, my calligraphy roll.
Yeah.
This is like Lovecraft, or like
Like you've got a good sleight of
Cthulhu.
hand. That might be really good for like how delicately you can.
yeah. I've only got an 11, but I'll give it a go. Can I take my time?
It's a 4.
A 4.
Perfect.
They did say the pen is mightier than the sword, right?
Yes. Not just for stabbing too.
You managed to just make. You spend like the next little round just sort of shift. I don't know. 15 minutes. Working on this card.
I'm going to do some beautiful giant women on the side,
Yeah,
and a picture of a tower, and
Yeah, awesome.
we're very sorry, but in big text so we can read it.
Okay.
Paint him like one of your French giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mallory, what's Mallory's skill? What is she doing? What is she creating?
Mallory is gonna go hunting. She's like, the steaks that she kept nicely with the little woodland herbs, got them into the city. So if she has to
Yeah.
give a present to a giant,
Oh,
she could probably do that.
give us a hunting and fishing roll.
Let's see. Is she into it? Yeah, she can't help herself. She's
All right.
got an 8, needed a 16, so she's genuinely trying to
Yeah. Give us
shoot something.
Give us a
Well,
D6.
one.
Okay, I think this works very well for like Mallory. She doesn't really want to do this too much. She's not really sold completely on the idea, but she's a good hunter, so she's offered up. She goes out there, she shoots the first thing she sees, and she comes back with just a single squirrel like over her shoulder. Just a single one ration worth of like just a squirrel.
Should I like dress him up or
Um,
make his little hands together so it looks like he's asking for forgiveness?
Give me what you can do. Give me a bushcraft roll, and this is how however well you roll this depends on how well you've presented it. Kind of, the whole presentation of a meal kind of thing.
Yep. Okay, gotta get under a 13. Oh, a 12.
Nice.
Okay.
So how do you
Okay.
present it?
She's gonna... You know what? She's just gonna have like she's gonna pull off like a big sheet of bark that will act like a plate.
Oh yeah.
And then she'll lay out like a few, like, you know, she's found some edible plants around it. Maybe put a little edible flower on it. No, they're not poison. They're just to make it look nice.
Is there a nod and a wink that I have to keep an eye out for from Mallory? Is it poison? You can tell me via Discord if it's poison or not.
No, she's understood that her boys are like, don't screw it up again. So she's like, okay, I'm
messaging from
gonna do it the
Moj.
way.
It's definitely poison. Okay, all right.
We'll die from giant diarrhea.
yeah. Okay,
I'm
great.
blinking at you in Morse code.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Digby or Wilgus.
All right, so we've got a nice stylized little card with a little peacekeeping off small meal, like a, to them it's kind of like one of those fancy restaurants with it just where it's like a big plate with just a tiny serving in the middle, but it's presented really nicely. Wilgus, Grub has returned with a bunch of sticks and twigs and stuff for you.
Fantastic, Grub. Thank you. All right, let's get building. Just follow my lead, mate. I'll roll bushcraft if that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're going to try and build a little model of the tower, but I fail on an 18. So maybe it looks like a toddler built it.
Give me another roll just because Grub is helping out. So yeah, just give me another roll.
Yeah, succeed on a 5.
Cool.
There should be disadvantage if Grub's helping you.
He's just doing that thing where it's like you just
covered in
stay
shit.
still. Fuck, just stay still. Just hold that there. That kind of thing. And so it's helping a little bit. So yeah, describe this little tower then.
Yeah, so Wilgus is going to keep looking up as he's building it as the little tower and puts a little bit more detail in and builds up a sort of a recognizable sort of scale model of the tower, but just out of sticks.
Okay.
Right number of floors and maybe even a couple of little windows and a little flower on the top as a flag.
How big is this thing, do you reckon?
Maybe like yay.
Oh yeah, cool.
Like quite small.
Yeah. Okay, great. You guys all come together. It's after about an hour of working on your individual things, going out hunting, finding the right parchment to write this card on, and just making it as ornate as you can, and building this tower. You all come together back around that campfire to show off what you've got.
Oh,
Wow, look at these.
yeah. We should,
Look at tower.
we could include this in our adventure tourism craft afterwards if we like.
You did
Set up a
very
little
well
stall.
with that tower. It's
Everyone,
beautiful.
A crafternoon.
I like it.
You have such skill with the pen, Digby. Your mother must have been very proud of you when you were in school.
Thank you. Yes, and look at your squirrel and his pleading little hands. He looks so
Delicious.
sincere and delicious.
Apologetic, yes. Nothing says sorry like a dead squirrel.
You're right. I think this plan A is shaping up pretty nicely. If he doesn't accept this,
I don't
think we
see-
should kill him with a vengeance, I think.
Whoa. Be sincere. Be sincere. Okay. I think there's no way he'll turn this down. Look at this. We're actually sorry. And all we want is our stuff. And to apologize sincerely and let him live his life without killing him. That's what we want. How could you say no?
Hey,
Let's go. Let's do it. What do you reckon?
I think
Alright.
you turn around and Grub has just fashioned something out of mashed potatoes. He didn't really get the idea that he didn't have to do anything more, but he's made like just a mound of potatoes. It's quite tall, and it's just got big boobs on the front. It's like he's made like one of the mashed potato giant women, but it really just looks like a mound of potatoes with big boobs on the front.
Oh,
That's-
He's
Ten.
gonna love that, Grub. He's gonna
good
love it.
man.
He's gonna put it straight.
Mallory
in the
looks at it and says, "This means something."
yeah. He's very chuffed with himself, by the way. Grubber's very happy with himself. All right. You've got everything you need.
Right. Let's go. We'll just start looking up the path.
Yeah.
Come on, Grub, pick up your boobs.
You walk through that because you were staying away from that main bandit camp. You were just sort of tucked away within some trees. You get back out onto the path, make your way through that bandit camp, and there's kind of just no one around now. The silence of that bandit camp now is kind of deafening. You keep making your way through up the hill, and as you near the sort of the peak of this hill, what you see next to that, we had that rope going across the path. What is now just a pile of dead bandit bodies with this is just where Glam has put them. Just put them out the front, and in front of them there as well is just a rope that's been removed from the tree and is now just sort of placed in front of this pile of dead bodies.
Well, retrieve the rope.
We can loot these guys afterwards, right?
Yes, they're a sad reminder of their folly. These greedy little mercenaries.
Digby, do you want to do first contact, or do you want me to shout out? I think maybe
Okay, yes, I will.
I'm not
just
good at talking. I might reduce my word count a bit.
You are good at talking.
Oh shit! Okay, let's go. Glum glum.
But not in
Glum
this
glum ding
instance.
dong. Let's go. Time to wake up.
Okay.
All right, wait. Intro. It's all you.
In a moment. Yeah. I'm just walking around these dead bodies
Okay.
that he brutally fucking murdered quite easily.
Sorry, just as was Wilgus shouting out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. So, you're hearing in response to that, just like this a snore that you sort of heard as you were getting closer, just cuts, and you can hear him rolling over in his bed. And Digby, you step in just to see him sort of on his side, lying in his bed, just looking towards you.
Glam! He yells out in a reedy voice above the swamp noises and the yelling of Glam ding dong. Glam! Old friend!
Why have you come back?
Well, I've come with cap in hand to sincerely apologize, and so have my business associates as well. We've all come here to say sorry for the confusion that we caused last night, and we take responsibility. It was our fault.
He starts laughing. He's like, confusion! You try to kill Glam and you fail.
Yeah, no, we also apologize for that. That's what we're mostly apologizing for. Not the confusion, but the murdering, the attempt to murder.
From that lying down position, he strains to get up, and he's sort of now seated on his bed with his legs on feet planted on the ground. Keep speaking.
So I'm going to gesture my colleagues, friends, to come forward just behind me there. Look, we've all come to our senses, and we really want to say sorry. And I'm going to unfurl my sorry sign with the pictures of the giant ladies on it. We really are sorry, and we should never have attacked you. It did get kind of scary when all those mercenaries showed up and tried to kill everyone, but it's our fault, really, So my colleagues have also made some gifts for you.
Oh yes, I made this little tower. It kind of looks like your tower, and I did kill some of those bandits. So for a minute, they were both on the same side. We're sorry, and here's a cool tower for you.
So. And these, you said you was alone, you have no friends, that you had business associates that were nearby you had to get big stick for, is that right?
in the spirit of apologizing and being honest, that was a lie.
Why you
Yeah,
lie?
My friends were around here because I just didn't want you to get scared. I wanted to just go down the hole and get the thing that we need and then leave. And I didn't want you to be worried about other people. But unfortunately, it all came to a head. Mallory,
Mallory walks forward because she's been trying to hang back.
He sees you step in, and you can just see like his fist tighten. You started, and he slams his fist down onto the ground next to him. You started all of this.
You can see Mallory is controlling her face as hard as she can, and her eye is like twitching like there's a bug under it. And she's like, I acted rashly.
You acted like the others, like the bandits. You acted.
And he gets up. He stands up now, like towers to his feet, and he starts just walking past the boulder in the middle of the floor. Walks over to sort of where you and Digby are, and he's towering over you. His head's almost at the level of the next floor, and he just like just slams down onto his butt in front of you. And he just leans, and he leans like right in, and he just grabs the little sign off Digby, and he places it very delicately and gently on the ground. Almost like he's looking at you, but he's obviously very much, he's like almost gives like a little pat as he puts it down on the ground, but he's looking at you.
Because you acted like I am a threat. I was friends with your friend. Why? Why would you act when you were so adorable?
I am very fond and protective of these boys, and I jumped to conclusions about how you would treat them, and my decision caused them more harm because of it. And after speaking to my boys, I have agreed to come with them and apologize for my behavior. And I caught you this squirrel. And she holds the squirrel above her head because he's there, but she's just like controlling like so hard.
Yeah. So you're holding up that bark with a squirrel presentation on top. He's listened to every word. And he just reaches down and delicately with a couple of his fingers just takes that plate out from you, like his massive hand like fills that space between your two hands. Just a couple of fingers sort of scoops in to grab that piece of bark.
There is just a momentary flinch as it's like a flashback to being stomped on.
Yeah. He places that sort of next to the sign, and he sees the little tower that Wilgus is holding as well.
He says, You are all very kind in here, and you are very irrational. Why did you want this?
And he reaches into like a little pocket, and he pulls out it's like a deer pelt, and he's holding it in his hand, and he unwraps it, and inside are all the things that he tipped out of Digby's bag. It says,
So why you want this tiny?
and he's like trying to pick up, but it breaks into the 4 little pieces.
Oh, yes. Those are the things that we're after. That little statue. That's actually... we need that to help the rest of the land because it's... well, there's an evil force that's taking over or reawakening, and that will allow us to... It acts as a key and will allow us to get some magical sword or something to defeat him or whatever it is. Grub, bring forth your
Oh yeah, good timing. No, Grub, no.
yeah.
There's just like a
Bring the spud buds.
hearty belly laugh from like Glam as Grub like walks through.
The chuba boobas.
He's like shaking in fear as he steps out in front of this enormous giant, and it just that the vibration of what he's holding follows up through the pile of mashed potatoes, and the fake mashed potato boobs are just like jiggling away, and he's just like Glam is just cracking up, massive belly laugh, and
He says, "Are you guys wanting to take on the biggest threat Misty Vale has seen? You for wanting to take him out? You couldn't even take me out. You would need a big plan to take out Glam. I am
Got the plan
talking.
master here.
I'm talking about 30 kilojoules of power needed to take out Glam.
He knows.
He's a smart giant. He knows exactly how many joules it would take.
Oh my goodness, I think he's psychic.
This guy.
You should have just talked to me about this.
Yes, we're very sorry. We apologize.
he lays that deer pelt down on the ground next to Digby, and grabs the mashed potato giant woman from Grub and places it next to his other gifts.
I like that one.
I thought you would.
It's very funny.
I'll leave you alone with it. With your mashed potato. Now, yes. So, and I'm going to come clean on this. This, you know, when I talked about that tower, I would like you to go there, but it is. Last we saw, it was on fire. But, you know, I think it would be better if you got out of this swamp. You're not gonna
Too
meet
humid
anyone.
here.
Yeah, it's too humid, too many flies, and there's no screaming. It doesn't have that pizzazz anymore.
Well, there's not anymore, which is great.
I thought you might like it. Okay, but you know,
miss
if
it.
you, yeah, there's some sunnier spots. I think you maybe should come with us and fight this giant evil.
We do have an opening in our logistics division if you want to join.
In mathematics.
You're right. I mean, there's a lot of joules to calculate, I gotta say.
You take your treasure, your prize, whatever, and if you find what you need, you send someone to find me, and maybe I can help. Or maybe I turn at the last minute and crush you all.
Classic glam.
Oh, I love it.
No, don't do that.
Mallory is just
you.
like biting on a knuckle.
Well, thank you, Glam. I'm going to gingerly pick up the bag of stuff
Yeah,
and
everything's
walk backwards.
everything seems to be there. Everything that you were missing out of your satchel is there inside that little deer pelt. but more importantly, the 4 statue pieces are all there.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you,
Okay.
Glam.
Mallory has a moment and she walks towards Glam Glam and she's not smiling, but she extends a hand to shake.
He just sort of brings down a finger for Mallory to. It's like a massive finger that comes in close to your face.
Takes with both hands.
Yeah.
Mallory, you have some growth to do.
Yes, I have been made aware of this.
But I see, you have looked after them well. So, Mallory and the rest of you are Glam Glam's friend, okay?
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He just gets up.
Now, Glam Glam going back to sleep. I had to listen to you whine all night. Digby is traveling. He's now that the... Oh, boy.
And he gets up and goes back to his sort of bunk bed.
Can't have been worse than those orcs. Surely. Okay. Goodbye. Hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll call for you to help and not crush her.
And he's
Goodbye.
like just
They're taking up on the biggest threat.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's right. Maybe he shouldn't. Okay, I'm leaving.
Oh, Digby, that was amazing.
Well done,
Well
boys.
done.
Well done, you.
you have the 4 pieces again of the statuette.
Ooh,
They're within
I'm doing it.
your inventory now.
Since we got that statuette piece, should we just, you know,
No.
right. Should we head back to the old outskirt then and pop open that ancient lock and get out?
Yes. Or should we have a little nap?
Let's go.
Celebratory sleep.
Oh no, it's too early in the day for that, Digby. Come on.
Right. Okay. Let's
Gr-
let's grab the Dunkadunk and go find the cart.
Yeah, the cart.
Wilgus, were you going to say something to Grub?
Grub, I think your creation won him over, mate.
Yeah.
MVP.
I might have to make one for myself. I quite like it.
Yeah, there's a bright future somewhere out there for you, mate.
Oh, maybe we can sell them as part of our adventure tourism.
You could. You at this tower you could have a little stall and it could be called Boobs for Peace. And we can tell them the story about
Yeah.
how there was a big battle and what brought peace?
I
Potato
was
boobs.
thinking Grub's jugs.
Grub's potato
that's true.
jugs.
Potato. Oh yes. I might make them out of other things eventually.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, the possibilities are endless, Grub, as I walk away from him.
Getting distance on him as soon as he can.
Yeah.
The journey back through the haunted marshes is just as treacherous as it was on your way there. You know, it's still one hell of a journey through all the mud and water and wading through stuff. There's the occasional spider that you've had to take down. They're a lot smaller. You haven't found any as big as that first one that you came across. So while there is action along the way, it's pretty tame. There's no more signs of goblin specters or anything making their way. Orc specters making their way through the marshes anymore. In fact,
They're
there's
no longer haunted.
Yeah, it honestly seems more just like misty marshes now, more so than haunted marshes.
And
And
there goes the whole tourism angle.
yeah, and,
Formerly haunted marshes.
yeah. Oh, the stories we could tell. And it takes just as long to get back through those marshes to get back to the cart at the other end. There's no one's been in this area. There's no footprints. There's no anything that's been in this area since you've left. You sort of left the cart right at the edge of the marshes, and just a couple of 100 meters away is the burnt down roads end in. So we no longer have an inn at the end of the road. We no longer have haunted marshes. The wailing from the tower. It's just the tower now, not the Tower of Sighs. Just the tower.
I'm just scratching things off the map. Erasing it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can call it Glam Glam's Tower. It'll be fine.
Yes.
Yep. Except he's not even
Yeah.
going to be there anymore. He's going to go to another tower. He's promised
Formerly
another tower.
Glam Tower.
Formerly.
It's the only tower we haven't burnt down. I feel a bit sad.
Yeah, I know.
We can come back to it. That's all right.
Yeah.
Once
What
you've
do you think?
once you've saved the world, maybe.
Yes.
Right. How about this? Let's head back to town, but I'm thinking I might use that same bridge location. Maybe me and Grub hang out there, because taking this little guy into Outskirt I don't think would be too safe.
That's true.
Well-
But also, carrying the 4 pieces into town might not be safe.
I was. You can tell Grub if this is a bad idea, but I could take
Yes,
the
it is.
orc. Oh, okay.
No, I was just kidding, Grub. This time.
What is it, dear?
I could take the. I could head back to Meladuke to inform them of what you've done. She'll be wanting to see Underman herself, I'm sure. But I could take the orcish war banner back to Meladuke.
This would save us a trip.
That
But would
be,
you be okay
that would be
traveling by yourself?
quite the prized possession for Meladuke.
Isn't old chum on the back of Marky Mark about to come back to us any minute from the same errand?
Any minute.
I don't think. Look, I'll be honest. I don't think Meladuke probably expected you to survive. So she probably didn't send anyone out. But I can head west and meet up with some of my friends, and we can deliver this and give her the great news.
I'm a bit worried about you traveling across the Misty Vale by yourself. I mean,
It'll be fine.
just a sharp wind could kill you. Oh no, that would all because you're immortal.
It's like this crisp high five.
Snap.
Am I right?
You've got nothing to worry about.
That's right. I'm gonna sleep soundly. What do you guys reckon? Should we send him back with the old picture of the thingy?
I think we should. It's no good to us, and I think Meladuke is a good sort.
Yes, even though she didn't really do anything for us. Maybe this will convince her that we're not useless.
I think you guys are reading it wrong. Grub heads back with the war banner. He becomes king of the goblins, the immortal king. Surely Meladuke steps
He could-
down, right?
He
she
could be
didn't
the
have a war
immortal
banner.
banner bearer. That's quite.
What do you think of that, Grub?
He'd be at the side of the leader, like guaranteed.
Like a. What do you think, Grub? What do you want to do?
He's like lost in thought at the idea that Wilgus has put out.
They will shake in fear with Grub the Immortal.
Oh yes. Oh, as soon as you got your army ready, come back to us, mate. We've got some dominating to do. Azrahal's gonna eat his own.
Face.
You get the Umdaman, and I will amass my army.
Okay. Where shall we meet? And when?
Oh, that is a good question.
Where are we taking these things?
Yeah, once we get the sword, where are we headed?
Well,
It's to Mirror Lake in the north, right?
that's the one.
With the pink arrow
How about the southern shore? There's a little
of the Kama River?
of the
Oh,
Mirror
no, above
Lake.
it. Okay.
Yeah. North of the Kama River, there's a little settlement there.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, little boats.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll draw a dingus on it so you know which one I mean. These buildings here. How's that?
Got that, Grub?
What do you think, Rob? There'll be enough room to prep your army for the final assault.
He's kind of just lost in thought and like stomping like a war general, just like walking or stomping around. He's very happy with this.
Oh, Grub.
But he's in the back of the cart, right? He's in the back of the cart, and he's folded up this banner on this end of this big pipe, and so he's just kind of like starting to fashion it into with some rope and some leather to try and just make sure it's attached to his back.
If we could just stop off at the nearest farm or something, and I can get myself something to ride back to my people. That would might do that.
A walk would do you good,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Grub.
we could go to that farm where we helped save their shepherdess. Their shepherdess.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Let's do
And
that.
if they don't have a horse, I'm sure Grub is small enough to ride a sheep.
I think he's thinking sheep for sure. For sure. Grub on
Maybe
the
a
back of the
goat.
sheep.
Hold the horns.
Oh my gosh,
there we go.
the immortal Grub on his battle sheep.
Yeah, could have like the banner out on his back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
His big anime wall scroll
yeah.
into battle.
We can't lose.
Yes.
Okay, it's not too long before you sort of there's from the tower to the farmland where the shepherd had gone missing. It's like 2 nights that you've had to bunker down and carry on with your journey, right? So definitely remove like 8 rations from your combined inventory for this.
Yeah, I've got 8. I've got 8 at the moment, so I can get rid of all of those.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Okay, I've got 3 left.
And by all means, they recognize you straight away. They're so thankful for bringing her back to the
Antelia,
Antelia back.
the blue-eyed shepherdess.
She's doing great. The whole family is so happy that they've been told about exactly what went down. And not only are they thankful, they offer anything. Like if you need any help from us, we can do what we can. We're mere farmers, but anything we can have, we're more than happy to give you. And they give you like 5 or 6 gold pieces, which is probably quite a lot to them, but they're so thankful. It's if we had more, we'd be giving it to you. You brought Antelia back to us. Thank you so much. And Grub is like pulling on the back of Mallory's like armor.
I'll write that down.
Oh, yes, dear.
Can you
Yes.
can you ask about the sheep or a goat?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Excuse me. I was wondering, would you have a goat or a sheep that we could have? And possibly, I don't know, a small saddle and rein set?
Very small goat saddle.
I reckon goats would look better, you know.
You
with
never
the big
know. You
horns.
don't know.
Okay. I like
You
the
don't
idea.
know unless you ask.
Yeah,
The
they
steering wheel.
they're a little confused why your little pox-ridden boy that's all wrapped up in bandages might want, but they're like,
We've got what we can share.
It's like Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Snap.
Okay, yeah.
they're just like, oh, you
He
poor
really wants a
thing."
goat.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can sort that out. Antelia, and they calls over Antelia and gets her to bring out this goat, and it's this awesome brown goat, a really quite strong with these massive horns coming out the top, and Grub's
Majestic.
eyes are just like wide with excitement. He's just right.
Yes.
He's super excited about it. And instantly just jumps on its back and grabs its horns. And the farmers are just they're kind of speechless at this, what looks like just a little kid jumping onto the back of this goat. And the goat's trying to kick him off and stuff, but and maybe it succeeds a couple of times, but Grub wears this thing down and manages to tire it out and show some dominance over it. And it's not too long before you're back on the road with Badongadonk, the cart, Grub on goat back, next to the cart.
Woo!
And further up, you're starting to see those marker stones that sort of point towards outskirt, that sort of signify it's getting much closer with their little horns on the horns on the top. And Grub just says,
I don't want to get too close to outskirts, so I'm gonna head off. It has been so good traveling with you guys. Meladuk is gonna love this gift. She is going to freak out. And let me amass my army. Everything's going to be amazing, and I'll meet you proudly at the Mirror Lake.
Oh my gosh. Mallory gives him like a little hug and a good pat on the back, and it's like, you've done so well. I look forward to see you again.
Any stronger goblin would just ride off at this point, but instead Goblin stays on the back of the goat looking squarely at you and just goes, "Ah!" and just starts bawling his eyes out just massively. Which freaks the goat out, and the goat takes off with him on his back just crying.
Perfect. That'll do, Grub, that'll do.
Leaving...
He's leveled up.
yeah. He'll get to roll, and he leveled up nothing, because that's how this game works. Yeah, which leaves you guys pretty close now. You can see the walls of Outskirt Village up ahead now. Not only that, but you can see the details of the housing, and in the middle, that abandoned temple poking up from above the walls of Outskirt. The temple where you know that there is a little recess ready to have a statue placed into it.
Oh, that's right.
I think we should head straight there, guys. We can go to the tavern and faff around and buy cool stuff afterwards. I want to see if that sword is still there. What do you reckon?
This is so exciting, yes.
Yes.
Well done, boys. We worked so hard for this.
Yes, I'm sure no one will jump out and steal it from us or anything. You know, I'm just a little bit worried about the freaks in this village.
That's true, and you've got a lot of groups of people that are waiting to hear about the fourth piece being secured, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we just go in and go straight there and not tell anybody.
Yeah.
Totes.
Yeah, we don't yell out, "We've got the 4 pieces and we're going to go and get the magic sword."
How about this? If anyone asks, we can say that we've got more than last time, but we just want to check to see if it fits, and then just run away.
Yes.
A half explanation is better than none.
Yes. So what are we going to stay in there at night? And whose side are we on?
Some very, very good questions. Just to set the scene as well, it's kind of midday that you've gotten to this point. You can see you're far enough away that you can't make out details of anybody, but you can see people milling around at the southeastern gate. The big questions are: when do you want to get in? Do you want to even be seen? Do you want to do it at the cover of night? Whose side are you on? If someone was to know about it, who would you want that person to be?
How about we don't plan it all and just go in straight away?
This doesn't sound like you. I've just seen your big drawing.
I know. That's why they won't see it coming, you see.
Because they're just so used to you coming up with plans.
I did burn out a couple of my cerebral cortexes on that plan, so expect just classic Wilgus for the next little while.
That's what I was thinking. Well,
if we are stopped by someone, you can have your killer jewel talk with them, whilst Digby and I make our way to the temple.
All right, let's go. I reckon let's just go straight away.
But
Let's go.
Are we friends with the Truth Society, or should we just be friends with the orcs, goblins?
I think with the way that Glam was talking, we're going to need everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we say, look, everyone wants to overthrow this big bad. Everyone go up to Mirror Lake. And then after we've defeated the big bad, then we can talk about, division of labor and who gets the percentages of our adventure tourism.
Proletariat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was another, and there was, just as a reminder, there was the Keepers of the Truth? There was the
Truth Society.
Truth Society, sorry. Truth Society, there was the Orcs, and then there was the Keepers of the Flame, is that what they were?
Yeah,
the one with
Flame, maybe?
The one that Elphilia...
Elphilia?
She was the one that sort of accosted you in the alleyway. It was like... didn't really believe
Immaculate Flame.
Immaculate Flame, that's the one.
She seems sincere.
You guys did make some sweet oaths too, remember? So we can use those to make sure we pick the right group to ally with.
Yeah, she said, just as a reminder, she was like, when you get that fourth piece, come straight to me. That was what she wanted. But they've all said that. The orcs have said that.
They ain't getting no pieces. They didn't get a single fucking piece.
Leonara said that as well.
Donatello.
Splinter. Krang.
Raphael.
Rocksteady and Bebop. All right, let's go. Let's go get this sword.
So we're just going. It's middle of the day. Sun's bearing down through the mist covering the misty veil as you approach the southeastern gate. Let me just move you onto.
Excite.
Do I have the map? Surely I've got the map somewhere. The village of Outskirt. That's what we want. And as expected, the first is okay. Well, let's say you head towards the southern gate, and through that southern gate, you can see the ramshackle stairway, the beaten, broken rock, like carved out of rock stairway up to the temple behind the gate. And as you approach, a familiar face sees you all coming, and he runs down from one of the towers. And it's Hardy. Well, oh my God, you've made it!
Great to see you, Hardy.
You're alive.
We are. Do you want to walk with us? Because we're on our way.
Oh, he sees that like Wilgus is like in a hurry.
Yes.
And
Can't stop adventure tourism.
And Hardy looks around and says, yes, well, I'll be right along there. What's the... Have you done it? Have you gotten everything you needed?
Great question, but we don't want to leave that gate unguarded, do we, Hardy?
Walk with... I'm sorry, did you want me to walk with you or stay at the gate?
Have you met me? I am not very decisive. I am Wilgus, the immortal, the undecided.
Oh. Even death is undecided to Wilgus.
I think
You're
he
right.
takes the hint. He stops a little confused as you just continue walking on ahead of him. All right, well, I guess I'll go back to the gates. Good luck with whatever it is you're up to, Wilgus.
Right
As
on.
he sort of yells out as you get further away.
Mallory, Digby, did that work? I didn't use kilojoules, but I figured, the old stupid me talking. It was
Yes. Just keep walking, dear, and
Right.
and
Works so
smile
well.
like
You're like,
we're
come with me.
Give
there.
me just. Can everyone just give me an awareness roll, just so we can see if Hardy is kind of heading back or not?
Oh my gosh. Do we have to watch out for those stupid bats?
Are you looking out for that?
Bates.
The bats. Just
Now that I've
no.
remembered those stupid bats, I'm looking out for stupid bats.
bat heads.
Yeah.
All right, Wilgus. You've all passed. You've got a meat speech from
Success.
Wilgus, 10 and a 3 from Mallory and Digby. You guys have got things to do. You know why you're here. You know the importance of what it is that you're here to do. Mallory, you've got the idea of like these bats. And your focus is on the sky. You're looking for any sign of these bats, and there doesn't seem to be anything coming or going at this point. And then you, Digby, you turn to see Hardy is just heading back to the gate to look after the gate. He looks back over his shoulder to see you, just gives a wave out, and turns. He doesn't seem to be interested in following you. Wilgus, before you get to the stairs, you have noticed that abrupt interaction, the calling out of Hardy towards you as you left him sort of behind, has gotten the attention of a few people. You've noticed that there's just a handful of people watching you as you with focus and determination head up the stairs towards this temple. In fact, what I will say is, because you've all passed, Wilgus, you will see that one of the people just sprints, takes off, just runs off after seeing you heading up there.
He probably needs to go to the little boy's room. Too much hydration, like...
He saw you and wanted to go to the toilet. Is that what you're saying?
Well, in this adventure so far, I've been covered in all sorts of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if humans get that when they look at me, well...
Finally, something not going your way.
Yeah, if he's going to put it in the toilet, that works.
Yeah.
Was he downwind? Maybe he caught a little bit of a whiff.
But wait, don't you think that maybe they're off to tell someone that we've come back into town and we probably have the 4 pieces? And then
we can get it and get out before he gets to
Which way were they going?
He was heading west.
Go west.
Wilgus is going to double time it up the stairs. Come on, guys. Come on.
All right.
Let's hurry. Let's keep them under our
That
hands.
familiar circular building that is in massive disrepair. So it appears at the top of the stairs. It gets closer and closer as you get to it. It does seem incredibly busted down, and you can see that familiar entrance that you went into previously. Wilgus, you're straight in there and walk straight up to that small niche. It was just the one small niche amongst the sort of segmented walls with that familiar shape, just begging for that statuette piece.
Digby, do you want to do the honors, mate?
Oh. Yes, I'd be happy to. Thank you. Are we all ready?
Let's go.
Or should we wait for the ambush?
Oh, I was thinking we could get it and get out before the
ambush.
arrived.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I pull it out. It looks like a statue of what?
Eladane.
Aladane, and he's holding a sword, the miniature version of what we're gonna get. And I take Aladane and I plonk it down into the niche or niche in American.
Yeah. There's like a small hidden doorway that the moment that the weight of that statue like clips down, there's like just a slight rumble, and dust gets shaken away from the northern wall, sort of down. It's like a weird two-parted door, where part of the floor slides across to reveal some stairs, and the wall itself lifts a little to give you headroom for the stairway.
Ooh, it still works.
And what you see is just this rough-hewn stairway of stone just leading down into complete darkness.
Well then.
Right. You know what we do now. Let's get that old torch out.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll light the old torch. Thump. Crackle.
All right, let's go.
Thump.
Quick,
It goes out. Thump.
quick as we can.
Into dust.
Yeah, you. What I think I can do is I can move you onto yet another map.
Ah, new map.
And what we have
New
here.
map smell.
So yeah, without the light on top of Digby's from his lantern, it would just be completely dark down here. This tomb-like shrine with empty torch holders adorning all of the walls. On a stone altar in the middle of the room, you can see a jeweled greatsword, a golden goblet, and an open book. Behind it, against the northern wall, water from a fountain pours down into a small font. Menacing statues of knights in horned great helms are placed in every corner of this room.
Big octagonal room. Something says stop. To me, it's like, but
It's this big red octagon room with the word stop written.
Sorry, was that great sword, goblet, book, font, statues of knights?
Wait, so there was a jeweled greatsword, a golden goblet, an open book, and in the back a fountain and menacing statues all around.
Okay, I don't have light in in Roll20. Do you guys?
yes.
No, it's black.
Okay.
Maybe just
Oh,
Digby
you're
has it.
missing out.
You guys.
Oh, these eyes, you mean, Digby? That works better than using my elbows to see.
How about now?
Yeah, that fixed it. Thank
Oh,
you.
yes. Ooh, I just opened my eyes and there it was.
Yeah, there we go.
Look
Oh,
over
right.
there.
How about I rush in and I grab the sword?
No.
Because if it's booby trapped, it won't hurt. Well, it won't kill me. It'll hurt, but it won't kill me. How's that sound?
Well,
I'm
might kill us.
thinking we've learned a lot of lessons up to this point, boys.
Don't worry about
let's
those.
That is true.
proceed with caution, looking carefully around us,
Okay, how about
looking
you
at the
guys
floor,
stand
looking
back?
at the statues.
Should we
I
check for
will-
You're
traps?
just gonna,
No, don't
you're
worry
just
about
gonna run it.
it. It'll be fine.
What does the book say?
Oh.
What does the book say?
He hates reading.
You
Oh,
need
that's why I
to
like character.
give me a
Throws it on the ground.
give me a languages roll. Mallory, you approach the book. You know not to touch anything. Your
Okay.
little feathered hands are up at your side. But give me a languages roll.
Languages, not my best one.
Because the tome is already open.
Need 11, got a 4.
It's already open at a very specific page. With a roll of 4, you can read it clearly. What it says is, Hail, Emperor of the World, Lord of Light, Punisher of impurity, Aladane forever in the depths of our pure hearts.
It's fan fiction.
Now that you're also close, you can see that the golden goblet is decorated with a stylized crown of the kind that you can sort of see as you've seen around the Misty Vale, especially on the little marker stones. And anytime there's a thing of Aladane, it's the same kind of stylized crown. And the sword, now that you're this close, is an absolute master-crafted weapon. And it's so beautiful and ornate, with a hilt completely covered in jewels.
Right. Mallory, how about you grab the book? I'll get the sword. And maybe we just grab it and go. Are you ready?
Let's just quickly check the plinth first, in case it's like that. What do you call it? Tomb that we ran
Yes.
into
Like secret
the little-
buttons.
with the little darts that could fly out of it.
I'll help you look, Mallory, even though I don't agree with you.
Put your eye up to the holes if there are.
Yeah. Jiggle your finger around.
I think there's something. There's nothing visible. There's nothing visible that you can see that looks to be a trap. But there's something in the back of your mind, Mallory, that like there's something. There's no way it should be this easy. Just to open this up and just grab the fabled sword.
Yeah, no, doesn't sit right with me, guys.
But
Okay.
Wilgus and Digby, you feel like there's time pressure on, for sure.
Definitely time pressure, but also I do want to get this sword and not have it like explode or something. Mallory, what does it say in the book? Was there any sort of clues?
I
Was it pure of
read
heart
it
or
again.
something?
I read it again.
Okay, yeah, Mallory, you read it out. This time you read it aloud to Digby. And this, as you read it out, there's like a glow to the Umdaman as you read it aloud.
Ooh.
And as you read it, that glow gets brighter and brighter. Do you continue reading?
Yes.
You continue reading it as that brightness becomes super intense, and that moment that you hit that last word or the last phrase of our pure hearts, there's like it looks like the blue that was glowing around it sort of shatters, and you didn't notice it, but it had been floating just a centimeter off the altar as that was happening.
Oh.
The blue shatters, and the sword just clatters back down onto the altar.
Oh,
Some sort of magic
did it.
protection. Yes.
that's
Good reading.
promising.
Wilgus quickly grabs the sword and turns to leave the room.
Well, why not?
Wilgus, you grab the sword, and both Digby and Mallory just like hold their breath for a moment. Wilgus doesn't care. He just grabs it and turns with the Umdaman, the fabled sword in his hand. And nothing happens. He just heads towards the stairs.
Let's go, guys.
Excellent.
Come on.
Well,
So-
maybe
so
we
we
should
need-
have a drink of water.
What, mate? We're gonna go kill that big bad guy. Come on. We can
Hold
come
on,
back
I
here
just-
later.
Is it immortality water? Do you need a drink of immortality water?
Could be. What's up with this cup? I just want to see this. Does the cup look expensive?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a golden goblet.
I like gold.
I like gold.
It's a golden goblet. I might go have a drink of water out of it. Does it look like clean water?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
looks.
northern
It just looks
font?
like. It looks fine.
It's probably
yeah,
a
what-
tomb urinal, mate.
Oh, someone spewed up all sorts of desserts in it. Pizza Hut. Maybe I won't drink it.
I was thinking, guys, we can just take the statuette piece out from up the top, and this place will get relocked again, right?
Maybe.
You'd think so, yeah.
All right, I'll let you know. See you.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Don't lock
whoa,
me in here.
son.
Oh yes, yes.
I'm just going to have a drink of water with this gold goblet out of the font just because, I don't know,
Reasons.
reasons.
Okay, yeah. You're down
Yes.
there, Digby. You take it. You take the
It's
goblet,
magic.
fill it up from the fountain, and take a swig. Tastes all right. Tastes all right. Doesn't taste as nearly as good as the water did at the Tower of Sighs. Kind of tastes a little
wow.
stale, to be honest.
I'm immortal! I run after them.
Wilgus, you run and you get to the top of the stairs. You're back in that altar room with the statuette piece. Are you waiting for the others to grab that statuette? Is that the plan?
Yeah. Once the others are out of the staircase, he'll take the statuette piece and give it to Digby to put it back in his pack.
Yeah, cool.
Right,
Lucas,
yes.
can you just quickly disguise that sword? Maybe hide it under your cloak?
And your underarm.
Just put it
why
Slip it down the back of your pants.
Underarm. Yes,
Isn't it called the underarm?
You're immortal. Just stick it in your underarm.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Wilgus will put it on the ground for a minute and just get a bit of dirt and dust on it. Right. It just looks like a sword now.
Just
he'll
pops
put it-
off all the gems. I mean, get all the
He's carrying a short sword, so he's going to put the Underman in the scabbard of where his short sword is, and he'll have his short sword out. Right. He'll spit on it and just like wipe it just
Shine
a
it up.
little bit, so it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit of a wet sheen. Right, let's go. Out we go.
Okay. Mallory grabs the statuette.
Okay, great. You
Like
grab
after
that. Oh, sorry.
Digby's come out.
Of course,
Thank
of
you.
course. Yeah. Digby comes out. Mallory, you grab the statuette, and the floor shakes, and that same sort of area gets covered over again. Wilgus, you run outside, and the moment you sort of get through the doorway, you are just swarmed by bats. Just these bats come flying in from all direction, and as you're kind of trying to swat them away, Mallory and Digby, you sort of see him fighting against these bats. Walk out there with him, and as he clears the bats away, as they retreat for a moment for you to breathe, you see Leonara standing there with Quasimund and 6 other guys waiting.
You.
Leonara says, I can't believe you did it. You got me, the Umderman. And that's where we'll stop it for the night. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking Leonara.
You should just
Leonara is
throw her
there.
number back in her face.
Her number? Oh, because from when she gave her the number. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought we
Oh,
had
that
something.
number. It is AKA Annabelle. So she's got 2 names already.
Yeah.
In her 40s, and apparently described as haggard when
Yeah,
we
a
first
little
met
bit.
her.
Yeah. I forgot she was called Annabelle, but yeah, she's Leonara and Annabelle was her 2 names.
It was her, what do you call it? Her secret witch's name.
Annabelle was like the one that she used for just waiting on tables, and Leonara was the one that the original guy was like, get this to Leonara. Okay. Let's wrap this up with our usual some questions here. I don't think we rolled any 1s or 20s this round, so this might be a low one. So, did you participate in the game session?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you explore a new location? Absolutely.
Yes.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? You did, but I bypassed it. It was just on your way back through the haunted marshes. You guys absolutely would have fought some stuff. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Glam.
Without using extreme force?
Well done, boys.
26,000.
Did you like how I said Glam needed 30,000 gems?
That was so good.
Just to up it a little bit. Just put it a little bit out of reach. And did you give into your weakness?
No.
I don't know if you overcame your weakness.
I
feel
reckon
like
she did.
I feel like it's still bubbling away. What do you think, Mallory? Did
She-
Mallory overcome her weakness?
At the end, like after she extended a hand of friendship.
Actually, it states, if during the session you acted in a way that clearly goes against your weakness, and your weakness is that you think all monsters should die. So I think you did.
Hooray.
Which means you get 2 advancement marks. So you get to tick 2 skills.
Gimme.
But now you've also overcome your weakness, and you must choose a new one for next week. Oh no, you must play a full session without a weakness first. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. And there was something exciting that I read, but I don't think that's for this session. But boy, oh boy. That's all I've got.
Wow.
But boy,
Well,
oh
this session's
boy.
over.
Oh
So-
boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying next session there's a very good chance. Actually, you guys should all look it up anyway. There's a very good chance that next week you'll all get a heroic ability.
Oh, damn.
What do you mean? Look it up. Oh,
What?
not
Have
look
a
up
look
the
for-
end of the
No.
adventure.
Have a look up what heroic
Go spoil it for
ability.
yourself.
Let's
might-
go read the adventure. Come back.
because I'm out. No, I'm good. Yes, have a look and have a think about what kind of heroic ability, because you guys have done a big thing. You've obtained the Undermine, and after big events, you get to be gifted things like heroic abilities. But I want to make sure
Really?
you guys survive with the Undermine for at least one session.
Speaking of which, can I have that to put in my inventory?
Oh, the Undermine, yes, I should be
Yeah.
able to put that directly.
Video on demand.
It's called Unarmed.
Oh, and
But before we do that, let's take a look at leveling up. Let's start with Wilgus.
All right, Wilgus has got awareness, evade, healing, and swords. Potential 18, we'll see.
Oh shit! Which
Boom! Evade goes up. Healing goes up
means
to 18.
really?
that is fantastic.
That what a roll.
So you
Damn.
get another heroic ability.
Let's go.
So have you thought about another heroic ability, or did you think
I
you'd
never
never?
thought that would occur again in Dragonbane. Like,
That's pretty awesome. I'm actually really stoked for that. That's so cool. Well done. Have a think. We'll
Yeah,
talk about it
thank
during
you.
the week. Let me know which one you want. Which one you want to lock in, because you're definite you've got that one. It's likely for next week for the other one, but we'll see. Shannon, how's Digby's level up going?
I've got 4 things. I got bushcraft for 11, persuasion 15, sleight of hand for 11, and knives for 16. So they're all
All right.
against me. So bushcraft fail. Meets doesn't beat, does
Doesn't
it? For
beat,
persuasion. Oh, I got sleight of hand and knives.
Hey,
I
nice.
got an 18 for knives and a 14 for sleight of hand.
So your knives
my
has gone
knives
up
is
to
now 17.
fantastic. That's what I
Wow.
want to see. And Mallory, do we have a chance for an 18 as well?
In knives, yes.
Oh.
She might
Everyone's
might
going
get a bit-
knives.
cutty.
The worst
I'm
weapon.
trying to keep it to stuff that's happened in the.
Oh, you don't have to. Do meta the hell out of this if you want. That's fine.
Seamanship.
Dragonbane.
Yeah.
Look that up.
You're only allowed to put it on things you haven't done this entire campaign.
Okay. This time I've currently got 15 on awareness, 15 evade, 13 healing, 16 hunting and fishing, and 17 knives. Gonna push the magic button. And I gotta get it over, right?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, it doesn't look like I've done anything.
They were all so
no.
high. It's like 15, 15, 13, 16, and 17. It was always going to be a hard one. That was going to.
It is.
Yeah.
Had to try though. It's like, come on, knives.
Well, that's us for tonight. You guys have the Undermine. You've got the sword that can defeat Azrael Koth. It's in your inventory. Well, I'll put it in your inventory soon, but
Cool.
I will get that sorted. And next time you log in, it'll be there, I reckon. That's exciting.
Very exciting.
You guys are
Oh,
like
you're
staring
little
down.
puppy.
You guys are staring down the last kind of chapter of this campaign now.
My goodness. How long have we been in this campaign?
This was the 25th session, so it's been. I thought it was going to
Whoa.
be about 25 to 30 sessions,
really?
Okay.
but we've spread it out because we've had a lot of weeks where we just didn't do anything. So if we had gone back to back 25 sessions, we would have done it in like 6 months, but it's taken a little bit longer than that. Yeah.
I thought this was going to be like 3 sessions.
Did you seriously?
Because Dragonbane is like, and I kill you.
Ah, right.
Yes.
But we managed to like
Oh,
scoot
it'd be
through
over.
every
Right.
little battle.
I was going to say, if you thought the story was 3 sessions long, then I feel really bad for you, to be honest, because you're being very patient.
Yeah.
Oh man, excite.
But yeah, I also realized that this is getting a little bit longer, so I didn't want to just. That's why I kind of expedited the journey back to Misty Vale, outskirt village. The important part was outskirt village, not the 4 days of traveling back to outskirts.
Yeah,
so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little speed up of stuff. Grub is on his way to hopefully make himself a little army and meet you at. He's gonna be so happy when he finds out you guys actually do have the sword. He's gonna be stoked.
So cool.
The immortal General Grub.
Yeah.
I hope his army comes on goat back as well.
Who needs an army of wargs? Just get them on goats.
Nah, all goats.
Yeah,
let's go.
I'm keen for that.
I was trying to come up with a name for the goat, but the best I could come up with was Jean-Paul Gaultier.
I like that.
Oh,
that's
that
good. That's good. I thought you were going to try for a Jean-Claude Van Damme pun for a minute there, but I couldn't think of one.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was so good. Again, there was zero prep for that session, so I'm glad that it went as well as it went, because the idea of appeasing Glam, fantastic.
Well done for choosing peace.
I was ready to sort of make our way through 4 days of obtaining rocks and crushing them. I would have totally allowed that to occur. That's totally fine.
Good.
Yeah, I wouldn't punish you and just be like, oh, it just bounces off him and now he's angry. Like, that would have been fucking brutal.
Well, 26,000 jewels or 29. He's got 30,000.
Yeah. Maybe it leaves him with like 1 HP just to make sure you guys have to do the final blow.
Just so that he can look at us sadly before he dies.
Just be like, why?
Yeah, the Ludo voice was working on me.
I was trying to find a way to bring out a Sarah friend.
Smell bad.
Smell bad.
Yeah, is there a bog of eternal stink?
yeah. There you go, a labyrinth TTRPG. That could be fun.
I think there is one.
What?
Or am
Of
I
course
imagining
there
it?
must be one. There must be one.
True, there's got to be one. All right, thanks everyone. We'll be back next week to see what happens with On Demand.
Yay.
On Demand.
Yay.
Underarm. All right, thanks everybody.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.